guys, welcome back to a Museum Minute. I'm Megan Stewart, the museum educator here at the Kamloops Museum and Archives. Now, just before we get started today, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge that we are located on Kamloops Secwepemc territory within the traditional and unceded lands of the Secwepemc First Nation. Now, the artifact that I'd like to talk to you about today is this one right here behind me. This one comes from an exhibition that was done in 2016 by the commissioned artist from Mississauga named Morris Lum. So Morris Lum has made a career of going through various archives and institutions within Canada, looking at the ways in which Chinatowns have been documented and archived, and what those archival records reveal. So we have a Chinese cemetery here in Kamloops. It was formed in 1860. A local rancher actually donated this land because one of his Chinese ranch hands had passed away, and due to racist and exclusionary policies in British Columbia and Canada at the time, Chinese workers actually weren't able to be buried in the city cemeteries. The oldest grave in this cemetery is actually from 1926, so for the most of its time, this cemetery actually served as a holding grounds for bodies until they could be sent back to China to be buried in the towns and villages that these workers actually came from. And the cemetery actually had its last burial in 1976, and it has been closed to burials since 1979. Thank you so much for joining me to learn a little bit more about the creation of this exhibition. If you are interested in learning a little bit more, our curator, Matt McIntosh, actually wrote an article in the December 2017 issue of Roundup, which is the British Columbia Museums Association magazine, in which he goes into a little bit more detail about the community connections and collaborations that were formed during this exhibition, as well as River People, Nation State People. And if you're even more curious than that, we would also encourage you to reach out to the community partners who helped build this exhibition, Morris Lum, the Kamloops Chinese Cultural Association, as well as the Kamloops Chinese Freemasons. So feel free to give them a shout as well. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.